All right, we got some sweet rolls. Now I just got this in a baking sheet or pan just to get that situated. I'm gonna grab my chef's knife and I'm gonna slice this up and we're gonna make some good old-fashioned grandma's garlic bread, but Hawaiian roll style. So you wanna do 2 cuts, and you don't wanna cut to the very bottom. I'm leaving a little bit of gap because I really want to get the toppings and the cheese and everything in here without it getting to the bottom of the pan. Now, grab some mozzarella cheese. Just grab it by the handful. All right, get you some in there. And you just want to spread that in here. Spread that holiday cheer around. Perfect for Christmas time or really any get together. I love this stuff. I just like to pour it all on here. Make a little mess, but just easier to work with. So you're just gonna stuff that in these cracks. All right, make sure I used all this. There we go. Okay, now I like to keep it off the top because I want this next part to really soak in. So any creases and cracks, just kind of fill it. That's looking good. That's some nice and filled Hawaiian rolls. Okay, now we're gonna grab a mixing bowl. All right, I'm gonna grab a mixing bowl. We got a cup of butter melted. Real good. We're gonna make some garlic butter out of this. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt in here, or you can use garlic salt, but I didn't have any of that, so I'm just making do with what I got. I got some minced garlic. I'm gonna do, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of that maybe. Should be 2 cloves, so whatever that math comes out to. I'm gonna do a little bit of parsley. Some parsley flakes in there, adds a lot of color, a lot of flavor too. And then last but not least, gonna do some garlic powder just to top that off. Make sure it's extra garlicky. Okay, now grab your little whisk thingy, whatever these are called. I always forget what they're called. Ooh, I love this minced garlic. This stuff's so good. I can already smell it. Look at that. Okay. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're just gonna baste this on top. And just do heavy basting. Not that light stuff, that foo-foo. We're just getting this all in here. Let that soak into that cheese and that bread. Guys, this is gonna be your new favorite way to make bread. I promise you, it's gonna be a hit. I love this stuff every time. I'll use it for guests, for like Super Bowl party or like a Christmas get together. And it is delicious. Just a little bit more. This side looks like it could use a little bit more. Get those edges real nice. Yeah, that's looking good. Just gonna pour the rest of that in here. Spread that out. Okay guys, now let's bake this at 400 for about 12 minutes and this thing is gonna be good to go. Oh baby, that looks good right there. That is nice and crispy. Hear that? Want that crunch? That is perfect. Let's let this cool and then taste it. Oh, that looks good. I'm just gonna take like a big chunk as if I was doing like a breadstick or something. Oh baby. Look at that. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. All right, let's try this out. Ooh, that butter, garlic stuff got all the way in there. Man, this is gonna be good. All right, let's see. Oh, I just went to heaven. That was delicious. Oh my gosh, you guys have to make this. So easy, so tasty. Wow. Oh man. All right. right, we're getting some slices of Hawaiian rolls. We're gonna do about 4 slices of each one. These are gonna be our mini little pizzas. All right, so now we're just placing these on our baking sheet. I think I have 4 rows of 7 going. So I didn't quite use up the whole box of these Hawaiian rolls. So you'll have a couple extra to snack on. Grab our olive oil. And for me, I like using this spray. It's really nice, really easy to use. I got it on Amazon. And you can just drizzle it too, but I feel like this kind of gets in those cracks a little bit better. And it'll help make it really flaky. Okay, now let's bake this at 350 for 10 minutes, but halfway we're gonna flip them on the other side. Ooh, those are looking good. Okay, next step, grab your pizza sauce. We're gonna start over here. I'm just gonna dab a little bit on there. Just a little bit of pizza sauce. Doesn't take much because these things are tiny, little bite-sized snacks. All right, next step, we got the mozzarella cheese. And don't try to be all perfect on these. Just, it's gonna get on the pan, it's fine, because we're gonna transfer it. So just let it fly. Just get a little bit on each one, and we're just letting it fly. Let's grab some pepperonis next. I got the full-size pepperonis, because I'm just gonna do like 1 per thing. You could do the minis, or you could cut them up, but I just think this is kind of perfect. And I'm kind of pressing that pizza sauce more smooth. I think that's gonna make a pretty good difference, just kind of smoothing out that across the little toast piece. All right, just about to finish up. All right, now last step before we put this back in the oven, I'm gonna grab some Parmesan cheese. I'm just gonna kind of nicely just spread that out across this whole pan. Okay, now let's bake this at 350 for about 8 minutes and check on it. Whoa, those look good. Pepperoni's kind of curled up a little bit. Wow. So I guess I'm just gonna get those kind of loosened. Came off really nicely. I'm just gonna kind of put these on my plate. That looks like a pretty full plate. I probably don't need to show you more than that, but just kind of spread those out. Just kind of showing you what this could look like. But that is a great Sunday after church recipe, just a little snack or after school, like I said. That looks amazing. Wow, okay, let's give this a try. I'm gonna just go for this one. Perfect little snack size. Mmm. Nice and crunchy. Perfect amount of pizza sauce. Mmm. Yep. Yep. You guys gotta try this one. Best pizza one I've made yet. All right, we're breaking some bread. Got some Hawaiian rolls. We're gonna cut this right in half. Perfect. I'll lay this in our greased 9x13. Keep the top half and set it aside. All right, now we've got a stick of melted or kind of softened butter. Just gonna spread this all along these rolls here. All right, that looks nice and buttery. Next, we're gonna grab a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and we're just gonna do half of that on here. So just kind of spread that out. Spread that out. This is gonna melt real nice in the oven. Okay, now we're gonna grab some cinnamon. And you can measure this if you want, but I like a lot of cinnamon, so I'm just gonna kind of measure with my heart here. Let's add these tops on. Okay, and I got another stick of softened butter. I'm gonna use some of this for the cream cheese frosting in a bit, but first I'm gonna kind of base some of this on top just so we can get the rest of that brown sugar and cinnamon mixture to really stick to the top here. We'll go ahead and add the rest of this brown sugar mixture. Spread that out. Again, we'll do a little bit more cinnamon. Pop this in the oven for about 17 to 20 minutes at 375 and put on the frosting. All right, time for that cream cheese frosting while the cinnamon rolls are baking. We got a packet of cream cheese and then the rest of that butter. It's almost a full stick. So we're gonna grab our little mixer. We're gonna beat this. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract to this. 1 and 2. Some powdered sugar. We have 3 cups total. I'm gonna do about a cup at a time. Just do 1 cup there. Another cup. Oh man, this is gonna be good. I can already tell. Okay, and when it gets a little too thick like that, we're gonna grab some unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I'm gonna pour just a little bit of that in there. It's gonna liquefy it a little bit again. Perfect. Okay, that is looking pretty good, I would say. Oh yeah, okay. Now let's wait for these cinnamon rolls to finish cooking, let them cool off, and we'll pour this on. All right, and get all that out of there. Man, this thing turned out so good. Make sure it's all covered. Nice and crispy and toasty. Guys, this is gonna be amazing. Oh baby, these look good. Let's try this out. I'm so excited. Wow. If you're not a big icing fan, maybe do a little bit less powdered sugar, but I love icing. I'm just gonna try this out. I don't even know the best way to cut it, to be honest. Maybe with a knife. Look at that. Ooh, that looks good in there. Okay, yeah, here we go. Dang. Mmm. Mmm. I love whenever it has that brown sugar like crunch to it. And the Hawaiian rolls are a good combination with like the cinnamon roll type thing. That was so cool. Nice and buttery. Man, you guys gotta try this. So good. All right, we got our Hawaiian rolls. I'll open that up. All right, I'm gonna place these onto our cutting board. And then we're gonna get a knife. And let's see, how do I wanna cut these? Let's go this way. We're gonna do 4 pieces on each one of these. There we go. So that way, once you bust this open, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you cut better than I did. So let's cut all these up and then get to the next step. All right, now that I got all those, I put them in a baking sheet, which is conveniently already under my cutting board. I'm gonna spread these out. Since I have a lot extra, I might just take out some of these bad ones. But you just want to spread these out like that guy. He doesn't need to be there. Say goodbye. You want those thick pieces. So I think thirds is actually the better way to go. But whatever you think is best. If you have little kids, they might appreciate those little pieces. But they also might get a little too soggy, so we'll just have to see how it turns out. But the goal is just to spread these out along the pan. We'll place that one. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now let's put this in the oven at 350 for 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, now we're gonna make our French toast mixture here that we're gonna soak the bread in. So we got 2 eggs. We got some vanilla extract. We got 1 teaspoon of that. And then we're gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Very simple. All right, final ingredient. We got that cinnamon vanilla cream. We got a cup of this. This is what makes this recipe. We're making some cinnamon French toast bites, and you guys are gonna love this so much. Okay, so grab your spoon. Just wanna mix this up. Make sure those eggs get beat in there. Get that cinnamon. That's looking good. Got some more. I think that's looking pretty good right there. Okay, now let's get to cooking. All right, we got some butter on a skillet. Let's get that melted. And then we're gonna grab our mixture. I'm just gonna do a few of these in here at once. Maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. Okay. Let those soak. Get that butter nice and melted at the bottom of this. All right. I used about a tablespoon of butter because I like a lot of butter. Okay, now let's grab these, soak them up in there. All right, you want to set that on there. Soak it up. It's looking good right there. It's looking good. I've never tried this with the sweet Hawaiian rolls, but I think it's going to be really, really good. Just kind of flip that around in there. Okay. Let's get that butter nice and in there. Okay. Get these going. Oh, these are nice and soggy. So good. That's gonna be good right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and do another batch of these. Just grab another handful because we can fit more in here. Just flip these around. They're nice and hard after being in the oven for a few minutes. And it makes it to where they don't just fall apart instantly in here once you get them soggy. All right, now she's pretty full. We'll let it sit there and cook that. Okay, just gonna get these last ones off of here. These are looking good, good, good. All right. Now we got these plated. Let's let this cool for a second and try them out. All right, now that we got that plated, looking good. I have some cinnamon sugar that I have here. There's 2 ways to do this. You can either put it in there and roll it around, or you can just put it right on top and roll it around. Really does the same thing. I kind of like to do this. All right. We're just coating it with that brown sugar. And now that I've messed with it a little bit, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Just on the top, just a little sprinkle. Okay, perfect. And now, you want to do just a little bit of powdered sugar. Got to be careful with this stuff though, because it likes to pour quick. Oh, I did pretty good. Just a little garnish, just to make it look good. And then you want to grab some maple syrup. I'm just going to pour it right on top of here. And these are French toast bites, so people can just grab straight out of this. You don't have to make it like per dish. You just put a little bit of this on there, and people can just come up and grab it. So here we go. Let's see what it's like. Ooh, that looks good. Oh man. I can taste that coffee creamer too. That vanilla cream really coming through, and the vanilla extract. Yeah. You guys gotta try this one. Hawaiian sweet rolls have never tasted so good.